Okay, good morning, guys. How are you doing today? Good morning, online. So hope everyone are doing good. Okay, so I see few empty seats. Holiday effect season, vacation. Okay, so that's what I said. Don't miss the classes. Okay. All right, Nana. So what did we discuss in our last class? Okay, quick shootout round. And I really appreciate all you guys, those who have joined offline and online. In spite of having the holiday season, right? This shows how interested you are, right? Really good. Good. I appreciate it. So what is a full form? Okay, before that, I'll say this. I have lots of files, photos, videos, and all. So which is the service do you recommend to use in AWS for this? S3. So what is the full form of S3? Simple storage service. Simple storage service. S3 is limited storage or unlimited storage? Unlimited storage. Okay. And in S3, what do? We just store the files. We just upload, download, access the files. Is it possible to execute or run any files in S3? No. S3 server based or serverless? Serverless. So do we need to worry about the high availability, performance, etc. for S3? No. Who takes care of that? AWS will take care of it. Okay. And in S3, what do we create? What do we create? Louder. What do we create? Buckets. What does the bucket contains? Objects. What is the name of the object? Key. Name of the object is key. So S3 is what based storage? Object based storage. What based storage? Object based storage. Okay. Now, is it possible to host a static website in S3? Yes. Is it possible to host a dynamic website in S3? No. So if you host a static website in S3, do we need to worry about the performance, etc. for that website? Answer is no. And then what are hard disks called in EC2? Volumes. What volumes are those? EBS volume. What is the full form of EBS? Elastic block storage. Elastic block storage. So EBS is what based storage? Block based storage. What based storage? Block based storage. So when you launch an EC2 instance, a default volume will come. What is the default volume? Root volume. What volume? Root volume. What does the root volume contains? Operating system. What are the rest of the volumes called? Additional volume. Okay. So do you all agree volumes can be attached and volumes can be detached? Yes. And if you see any operating system in any of the volume, what is that volume called? Root volume. What is that volume called? Root volume. How many volumes you can have per machine? Only one. So this EC2 supports client side OS or server side OS? Server side OS. What is the maximum size of the volume? 16 terabyte. 16 terabyte. Okay. Is it possible to increase the volume size on fly? Answer is yes. What is the meaning on fly? Runtime. So that means when it is running, you can do it. Do we need to have a downtime? Not required. Is it possible to decrease the volume size? No. What you need to do if you want to decrease? Delete and then recreate it. So what is the root volume device name? /dev/sda1. Again, what is that? /dev/sda1. Very good. So what is the default Windows C drive size that you get? 30 GB. For Linux, 8 or 10 GB. Super. And is it possible to detach the root volume while EC2 is running? No. What you need to do? Stop the EC2 instance and then detach it. But is it possible to detach the additional volume while it is running? Answer is yes. But it is recommended. But can you do it? Yes, possible. So EC2 instance has availability zones. And volumes also has availability zones? Yes. And the EC2 instance and volume should be in the same availability zone or different availability zone? Same availability zone. So for example, I have a volume in 1A. Can I attach this 1A volume to 1B EC2 instance? 1B volume to 1A EC2 instance? Not possible because those are in two different availability zones. Let's say I have 1A volume. Can I attach to 1A EC2 instance? Possible because both are in the same availability zone. Okay. One volume can be attached to multiple EC2 instances at the same time? No, not possible. So share, is it possible to share the volume to multiple EC2 instances? No. So now, super. Very good, guys. Very good. See how you are answering the questions? Data. You are asking data can be shared. Data can be shared. Data can be shared. So you have two laptops and each laptop has their own hard disk. One hard disk cannot be attached to multiple laptops. But with these two laptops, can you share the data? Possible. No problem. Share it. Good, Anna. So what we're going to do is today, let's continue a few more services today. Okay. So I stopped yesterday by saying this. Volume cannot be shared to multiple EC2 instances at the same time. But what if I need to have a shared storage? What is that? Shared storage. What is that? Shared storage. So what if you need to have a shared storage? Let's say, for example, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, some 3 or 4 EC2 instances are there. Or for all EC2 instances, I need to have the same storage. If I put some data in first EC2 instance, the same data should be available in my second EC2 instance. So how do we do that? Let us see that today with what service. Okay. Super. There is a question. Why EBS is called block storage? Correct. It's a raw storage. No. Block storage meaning what? Can you run any files in block storage? That is your hard disk. No. Are there any restrictions? Hold on. Guys, online. Are there any restrictions on your laptop hard disk? Can you install something? Can you install operating system? Can you install database? Can you run files? Can you execute any files? Similarly, here also in volume, you can do everything. It's just like a hard disk. So that is why it's called block-based storage. What based storage? Block. That meaning it's a raw storage that you get it and you can, however you want to use, you can use it. Priyanka, okay? There is a question, Lakshmana. I have wondered, sir. Instance delete and reconnect. It will be IP changed. Okay, if you're asking the question, if I interpret, IP will change or not. For that, you have the topics coming in the coming days. When we go to EC2 instance, deeper level, because we just touched EC2, that's it, right? When we go deeper into EC2, we'll be learning all A to Z, we'll be learning on the EC2, right? For that, there are, Lakshmana, you need to hold on for that topic, okay? But to answer it, there are different types of IPs, okay? One will be changed and another IP will not change, but what are those, we'll see later. Okay. And can you please confirm? Can you see my screen and can you hear me well? Okay, today I'll start like this. Nana, is it possible to attach a single volume to multiple EC2 instances at the same time? No. Is it possible to attach a single volume to multiple EC2 instances at the same time? Answer is no. So what I need to have a shared storage. What I need to have a shared storage. Let's talk about that. So assume I have here 3 EC2 instances. 1, 2, and 3. How many? Why I put only 3? Because I don't, so I cannot keep on writing, right? So this is one EC2 instance. This is another EC2 instance. Listen, guys, when I'm drawing the diagrams, so by seeing the diagram itself, you can easily identify the topic and concept. For that reason, I clearly draw everything. Okay. So, okay. Can I launch the first EC2 instance in 1A? Can I have the second EC2 instance in 1B? Can I have third EC2 instance in 1C? Can I launch in different availability zones? Yes or no? Okay. And these EC2 instance has its own root volume or not? Every EC2 instance has its own root volumes. Good. These are root volumes. Root. Okay. Now you tell me, Nana. So I have this EC2 instance like this. Now I logged into the EC2 instance and I create some data in my root volume. The same data will be available here. Yes or no? No, definitely no, because this is the volume. No, volume is 1:1. That meaning this volume is attached to only this EC2 instance. If you put the data here, the data will be only in this volume. Will it be available here and here? No, not possible. But I need to have I have a scenario now. I have a requirement that I need to have a shared storage where if I put the data should be available in all the EC2 instances. For that, we can implement a concept called EFS. What is it, Nana? Elastic File System. What is that? EFS. Elastic File System. What is the service? This is a service. What is the service? Elastic File System. So in shortcut, you call it as EFS. So anyone, if any certification question, any interview question, if they ask, hey, what is the shared storage that I can use for all the EC2 instances at the same time? EFS, Elastic File System. Getting it, Nana? Okay. Now what you need to do is, you created a storage. You created a file system, Elastic File System. You created a Elastic File System. What you need to do is, guys, you need to mount this Elastic File System to the EC2 instance or not? Otherwise, how does it connect? It will not, right? I have a shared storage. You need to mount it to the EC2 instance only, no? Then only you can put the data and it will come here, right? So you need to mount this file system, same file system, to all the EC2 instances that you want to have. So here I'm using a word called mount. What is that, Nana? Mount. So I'm mount. So you can mount this EFS to all the EC2 instances. Now you log into the EC2 instance and you put the data here to this mount. And if you put some data here, let's say ABC data, the same ABC data is saved in the Elastic File System or not? And the same ABC data will be visible on all the EC2 instances. Here, ABC data, ABC. Yes or no? Because the same EFS is attached to the, mounted to the all EC2 instances at the same time. So whenever you put any data in EFS, if the same EFS is attached to any EC2 instance, you can see the same data. You got this topic? right? Shared storage. What is this called? Shared storage. And very important thing here is, very important thing is, this concept is only for Linux EC2 instances. Which one? Only Linux. This EFS can be mounted to only Linux EC2 instances. Yes. So similarly like this, I'm giving you one example here. You have your laptop, you have your C drive, and you have a pen drive. So whatever data you put in your C drive will come under pen drive. Pen drive mein aata? Nahin aata. Because when you attach the pen drive to the laptop, separate D drive will get created. If you put the data in D drive, then only it will come into the pen drive. Correct? So that is the shared storage. And the same pen drive can be attached to multiple laptops, guys. Yes. So the same data will be available for the multiple laptops. Got it? Is it clear? Okay. So there is one more question. What is the point? There is a question. What is the point of having 3 separate EC2 instances with EFS? Why not have one large EC2 instance instead? Drupal, come on. What is this concept about? Sharing the data. Sharing the data meaning, share meaning, is it only for one person or multiple persons? You are telling, I am the only one person, I want to share myself. What is that? You have one apple, you want to share to others, and you are saying that, what is the point of others? I don't want to share to others, I want to keep it myself. Then why you are calling it as shared? It is that is volume concept. That is volume concept. You have only one EC2 instance, bigger EC2 instance, and you have a volume in it. Right? If you put the data inside it, it will be there with you only. But if you want to share the data to multiple EC2 instances at the same time, then don't use the concept of volumes. You need to use the concept of elastic file system. So EFS collects data, one EC2 instance, and shares as. It's not collecting, yaar. Come on, it's not collecting. I clearly gave this, no? So how should I give? It's not collecting. It is a shared storage. That meaning you have a elastic file system. So that you are attaching it to multiple EC2 instances at the same time. Right? And then whatever the data you put inside it, all the data will come. Whatever the data you put in EFS, all the data will be available on multiple EC2 instances. It will not be like collects the data and all. Wherever you put, it will be there. There is a question again. EFS has global or regional? You tell me. EFS is regional or global? Regional. Did I say global? If you don't say any global, then by default it is regional. Another question. How many EC2 instances can be shared with single EFS? Thousands. Thousands of EC2 instances can attach to the one EFS. Yes. Clear? Guys, and one more important thing, especially for online people. You're asking the question, that is good, I'm answering it. But once the question is answered, please put CC sir. That means so that I understand your question got answered. Okay. And also when you're asking the questions, I'm telling you now itself so that you can use it for your entire course. See, whenever you're putting a question, that means you're asking a question to me. If that question generally, anything which is in capital letters, let's say you got an email or you got a WhatsApp message in capital letters from your friend. What does mean? What is the meaning of capital letters? Huh? Angry. Yes or no? Yes or no? So your friend are sending in capital letters. All of a sudden, normally they are chatting and you're putting what? Capital letter. So what represent rude and angry? Remember. And then And then when you're putting the question to me, don't put multiple question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. So this is not a good etiquette, because when you will be joining to the multiple companies now, right? You should be learning from here itself. When you're asking questions to seniors or elders or whoever it is, okay, will you ask, like, will you, let's say you have your lecturer or teacher, whoever it is. If you are sending the message, can you put multiple question marks? What does the meaning? You are irritating. Yes or no? If someone is sending a message to you and he's putting multiple question marks, what do you feel? What do you feel? You're getting it? Irritating or not? And also, and when you're sending any message to some seniors or some elder, whoever it is, like lecturers, teachers, trainers, whoever it is, without any salutations, that meaning, let's say, I don't know you. For example, I'll take Papa this. I don't know you. I don't know. I have your number. I'll just send a message. Hey, hello. What does she feel? Who are you, Ray? Yes or no? Who are you to say me hello or hi? When I say hi and I name, hi, whatever name it is, I am this, and this is my question. Then she will answer clearly. So remember, when you are asking any questions to me, put sir, comma, and all the questions should be in one single frame. Don't put the question like that you are putting the question to your friends in WhatsApp. Ada question upar, and after 2-3 messages, another other question next, half question next. How do I read the questions? But I'm trying my best to read each and every questions online and I'm answering it. But I'll be doing it. But you need to follow some few things. That is called ethics or etiquettes. Okay, Nana? So this is for your good purpose only. So because you need to apply the same thing in your when you join the companies. Okay. Please follow that. And when your question got answered, please put CC sir. That meaning, yes sir, I understood. Okay, good. I hope online people got this. Yeah. Okay. I didn't understand the question. That is not additional volume. Additional volume also can be there, but that is only specific to the EC2 instance. So as I don't have space, I didn't put additional volume. So you can have root volume, you can have additional volume. D drive by C drive bhi rehta, D drive bhi rehta, right? But this one is separate mount. So let's say in your laptop also, can you have C drive, D drive also? Whenever you attach a pen drive, it creates another new drive, no? Right? And then a question you're asking is, can I have D drive? Yes, what? No, you can have, no problem. Yes. So whatever the data that you want to share, that's why you put the arrow mark here. You want to put it in this EFS mount point. If you put the data in root, data will not be shared. Or you need to put the data in the mount point, this place. Okay, now similarly, how like your pen drive only. Whenever you put the pen drive, it will create a temporary mount, no, D drive or E drive. Whenever you put that data inside it, then only that will be shared to other laptop. Otherwise, no. Is it clear, everyone? So this very good thing is this EFS is completely managed by AWS. There is no server, nothing here. So you go and click on create EFS, EFS will be created. Yes, Yasin, that's what I said. Again, he's putting in capital letters. See. Right? So no. So that might be mistake for him. Okay. EFS can connect 1000 EC2. I'm not saying 1000 correctly. I'm saying multiple. So it can connect thousands of EC2 instances. But in real time, can you connect 1000 EC2 instances? You'll go mad. In real time, it will not be like this. So maximum 6, 7, 8, maximum 10. Right? Maximum 10. Okay. EFS is at regional level or in availability zone? Okay, now question for you. EFS is regional or global? Any service, did I say it is availability zone specific? No, any service can be either regional or global. So EFS would be either regional or global. It is regional or global? Regional. Okay. And one more important thing. This EFS can be attached to multiple EC2 instances at the same time. Yes or no? EFS can be attached to multiple EC2 at the same time. And that EC2 instance can be in 1A. EC2 instance can be 1B. EC2 instance can be 1C. This EFS can be attached to multiple EC2 instances across different availability zones or not? That is a certification question. EFS can be attached to multiple EC2 instances across availability zones. And EFS is completely managed by AWS. And EFS is for Windows machines or Linux machines? Linux machines. And Nana, EFS is a elastic file system, which is somewhere will be there by AWS. And we have our EC2 instances. So that EFS is attached through network only, no? Yes or no? EFS is attached to the network only, no? So can I call it as it is using a protocol called network file system? What is using? Network. The file system, elastic is, you know what is elastic? How much ever data you put it, you can take it. That file system you're attaching through the network, no? That is why we call it as network file system, NFS. What we call? NFS. So this EFS is using what protocol? NFS version 4 protocol. Which protocol? NFS version 4. So EFS is, when I ask a question like, hey, what is the protocol that EFS use? NFS version 4 protocol. And this EFS is unlimited. EFS is how much ever data you put inside the EFS, like balloon, it will increase, keep on increasing only. Whenever you delete the data, it will shrink automatically. Do we have any problem with the space there? No. So you understood the concept of EFS? Very easy. Okay. So if you want to have a shared storage across multiple EC2 instances, let's say, for example, I have a in real time, how will be this will be used? Let's say I'm the manager of 3 different projects. Okay. So I want to put the data and I want to share it to everyone. You tell me, how do I share? Should I go and share to each and every person? I put the data in EFS. I put the data in EFS. Yeah. My class only. So I put the data in EFS and I'll say, hey, Babu, I have this EFS. Usko, mount it. Yes or no? So all you people, what you do, you mount the same EFS to all your EC2 instances. And whatever data is in the EFS, you will take it. Clear? Everyone clear? Let's write. So EFS is completely managed by? EFS is completely managed by AWS. EFS is for which operating systems? EFS is only for Linux EC2 instances. Now we can ask, sir, how about Windows? Yes, no. That is the next question that obviously we'll get. So for Windows, we use a service called, see me? We use a service called FSX. What is that? FSX, File System X. That meaning in Windows, there is a service called FS and X in small. Because you in Windows, you have different types of file systems. That's why they represent as X. Generally, we say XYZ, no? XYZ meaning varieties are there. So here also file system X. That meaning in for Windows, which is a separate service that we have? FSX. What is that, Nana? FSX. So FSX is for Windows EC2 instances. EFS works on which protocol? Pura bolo. NFS version 4 protocol. Nana, S3 is what based storage? Object based storage. EBS is what based storage? EFS is file based storage. What based storage? File based storage. EFS is limited or unlimited? EFS is unlimited storage. Nana, yesterday we discussed about volumes. No, volumes should be pre-provisioned, na? Yes or no? How much ever volumes that you need, the size you need to get it. But here in EFS, do we need to pre-provision? No, because EFS is unlimited. EFS is unlimited. You don't need to pre-provision it. So here I'm writing EFS doesn't require any pre-provisioning. It will automatically increase and decrease based on the data you put in EFS. Another certification question. EFS can be mounted to multiple EC2 instances across availability zones? Can be mounted to multiple EC2 instances at the same time across availability zones. Super. Now see here, EFS is regional or global? So if I create a EFS in Mumbai, the EFS will be in Mumbai only, or it will be in all regions? Mumbai only, no? But our friend is there in another region and he says, hey, can you please share the data to me also? Is it possible? No, because EFS is regional. So EFS is regional. That meaning if I create an EFS in Mumbai region, only Mumbai EC2 instance only it can be shared. But if the other region people are asking, hey, I want the same data, can you please share with us also? What you do is you can do the replication. What you can do? You know what is replication? Replication. So we can replicate EFS to other region. So there is a button called, there will be a button called create replication. So whatever the data you put in the Mumbai EFS, the same data will be available into other Ireland EFS. So here question is, EFS can be replicated to other region? Yes. EFS can be replicated to another region. Okay. Clear? Very nice. Okay, Nana. See me? See here? Everyone online. Okay. Now, I'm giving you one scenario. Guys, all our course will be based on scenarios only. Till now, how many scenarios I have given, right? So many scenarios. So, because that is how it will be in real time. In certifications also. The scenario here is like this. I have huge data with me. Let's say 50 terabyte. How much? 50 terabyte. Small data, huge data. It's a huge data. So now in my I have my 50 terabyte. In my company, I have 50 terabyte. Now I have a requirement to move, to upload this 50 terabyte data to S3. I want to upload this 50 terabyte to S3. Can you upload with your internet? Can you upload with your internet? Guys, if you want to upload one, forget about 50 terabyte. Take 10 GB. Forget 10 GB. Take 2 GB. If you want to download 2 GB file from internet, how much time will it take? Take a lot of time or not? Just imagine 1 terabyte. How much time it will take to upload with your super speed internet? It will take ages. It will take lot of months and years also. right? So now I want to upload my 50 terabyte to S3. How do we do it? Now it is not possible through the internet. It is not possible through internet. So what AWS did was, AWS has implemented another new service that is called Snow Family. What family? Not that family. Entire, huh? So not that Manchu family I'm talking about. This is Snow Family. Snow Family is a service from AWS. So, you know Snow Family, Manchu family? R should be? So we have here something called Snow Family, Nana. What is that? Snow Family. So what is this Snow Family? Nana, in Snow Family, you have 3 devices mainly. How many devices are there? 3 devices. Say with me. Number 1, Snow Cone, Snow Edge, Snow Mobile. So there are 3 devices in Snow Family. That is why we call it as family, right? So we have 3 snows. So what are the 3 snows? Snow Cone, Snow Edge, Snow Mobile. One more time. 3 online, right? Snow Cone, Snow Edge, Snow Mobile. 3 are there. So 3 devices are there. So this is a very fantastic feature. See, we know that through online, it is not possible for us to upload to S3. Yes or no? With online, is it possible to upload? No. So what AWS is doing is, AWS is sending these devices. These are called devices. What are these called? Let's take Snow Cone. Snow Cone supports 8 terabyte. How much? Nana, Snow Cone is like a hard disk or like a CPU server. CPU, like it's a box. What AWS will do is, you need to request, hey AWS, can you please send the Snow Cone? You need to order. How you order in your Flipkart, Amazon? Similarly, here also you need to order, hey AWS, please send the Snow Cone, because Snow Cone is 8 terabyte. Snow Edge is 100 terabyte. Snow Mobile is petabytes. Huge data. So based on how much size that you want to upload, you need to order that particular device. Let's say you ordered Snow Cone. So AWS will send the courier to you, to your company. He will transport. He will send the courier. So he will send the courier, and you take to your data center, connect next to your laptop or servers where you have the 50 terabyte data, transfer. That is physical transfer or not? It's a physical transfer. And then send this courier back to AWS, and AWS will upload the data to your S3. So this is called physical transfer. What is this called? Physical data transfer. Is it possible to do it online? No. So if you have this kind of requirement, having huge data to upload to AWS S3, which is a service that you can use? Snow Family. So how many devices are there? Snow Cone, Snow Edge, Snow Mobile. Eight terabyte. And this one is how much now? 100 terabyte. And Snow Mobile is petabytes. What's that? Petabytes. And all these things will be stored into which service? S3. Yes, Babu. Lakshmana Kumar Bulusu. I know, Babu. I know. Okay. Let's go one by one. I said already yesterday to you, if you know AWS, just hold on. Don't reveal the services. Other people will. Guys, is it good to reveal the services? Now I am putting my own strategy to put all the services in your brains. Please try to understand, Lakshmana. I don't want to say this again and again. Okay. If you know AWS, or if anyone knows AWS, one or two people here, if they're already working, please hold on. Because we have, the total strength of this batch is 170 in total. So many are there, right? So please try to understand. Don't reveal the topics. If you know the topics already, just have fun, listen it. Okay. Please don't try to reveal the topics. Now you are saying, sir, data sync will be used. Don't I know? You're teaching addition, subtractions to math teacher. Huh? You don't you think I don't know those things? Huh? Right, Babu? How many years experience? Okay. I'll get love. Okay. So, but the thing is, I have my own way to deliver one topic to in your mind slowly, one by one. So that's the reason. Okay. Okay. Hope you understand. So write down, Anna. Snow family is used to transfer huge data from on-prem to AWS and vice versa. Can you get it from S3 to your on-premises also? Yes, you can. Snow family is a physical data transfer using devices. So I just wanted to put one more comment. So there is, Lakshma said one more service, no? Some other people might already got in your mind. Okay, there is one more service now. Why sir told this Snow family? Nana, to transfer the data, there are multiple things. Okay, let's say, for example, you have so much of data. Where do you put your data? You put the data in your laptop. You put your data in your pen drive. You put the data in hard disk. Why 3? Based on your requirement. Yes or no? So there are many services will be there doing the same job. Based on the requirement, you need to pick it up. For that reason, we need to learn all the services here. Okay. Okay, Nana. Is this clear on the Snow family? And by the way, there are 99.99% will do all the practicals. But there are a couple of 1, 2, 3 services where we cannot do. For example, is it possible to do practicals on Snow family? Okay, should I? Okay, on fun part, I'll show you. Are you interested to see Snow Mobile? Should I show you Snow Mobile? How does it look like? Go to Google. And then what is that? AWS Snow Mobile images. Mr. Snow Mobile is this. Oh, what is that? It's a lorry with a big truck. Possible to do practicals? She's asking, sir, आता है? इतना बड़ा आता. Right? So it will come. So the thing is, based on a requirement, if we have a requirement, so the AWS, so that's what. Okay, now I showed you Snow Mobile because it contains huge petabytes of data. So assume YouTube might have how much of data? We cannot even imagine that much data. And let's say YouTube want to move to AWS. And he want to put all the videos, whatever the shots you are doing on Instagrams, etc., everything they want to put it to AWS. So you need to send all the data to AWS. No, how? Can you send it to small hard disk? So they will use the container. So the container is hard disk only. The entire container is hard disk only. So then you can say, sir, how they connect to the data center, sir? You have something called agent inside it. Agent meaning not person, it's a software. So the agent will be there. Using that agent, you will be connecting and then transferring the data. So this is Snow Mobile. I'll show you Snow Cone. Snow Cone is like a very budgie small thing. So it just looks like your small briefcase, small hard disk, right? This is Snow Edge. snow cone, it will be like this. So based on a requirement, you need to order it and get it and then send the data back. So is it possible to do the practicals for this? Not possible. So there doesn't make any sense for those kind of services, 1 or 2 maximum. I don't think so. Maximum we'll do it, but 1 or 2 like this we cannot do. Okay. Okay. So someone is saying, Vakil is saying snowball. No. Same, similar. It looks like the same thing only. Snow edge. It's similar like this one. Okay. And he's saying, sir, why it is saying snowball? Previously, we call it as snowball. What we call? Or you call it as import-export service. This was the previous names of this snow family. Now they have changed it to snow family. So previously we call what? Snowball. Okay, Vakil. Okay, so is this clear, Nana, on this snow family? Okay. Next. So another scenario, real-time scenario I'm giving it. For example, I'll give the same, the funny example. You completed your BTech? Yes. How many years? 4 or 5? Okay, good. 4 or 5? Huh? 4 or 5? Okay, strongly saying 5, no problem. Generally, it is 4 only. Let's assume 4. Are kya ho raha? So, how many years BTech? Then, oh, okay, kya matlab bhai mujhe? That was saying maybe you have crossed 1 more year, backlogs hai shayad. Okay, so that's why I was thinking, how come he barely saying 5 years? Okay, so now BTech is 4 years. So now you did the BTech for 4 years. Now, first year you joined and you got your nice friend. Friend meaning friend. So you went a trip with your friend and you have so many photos. And then second year friend changed. And again you have so many photos. Third year also friend changed. Fourth year also friend changed. Lucky persons, right? So friend change, and then you have how many years photos you have? 4 years. Now you tell me I have this requirement. Assume I'm the why I need to blame you. I'll take that blame. So I have my phone different friends. Lucky me. So not lucky, dangerous, right? So how sir? Okay, so now I have these 4 years different photos. You tell me where should I store these photos in AWS? In which service? In which service we can store all these photos? S3. Which service? Nana, files, photos, videos, any kind of documents. The first thing that you should get in your mind is S3. Okay, now tell me. First year is done, fourth year is done, first, second, third, fourth, all years are done. Now tell me you are in the second year. Do you go through first year photos? No. You are in third year. Do you go to the second year photos? No. You are in fourth year. Do you go with the previous year's photos? No. Now you are in fourth year. Where do you keep these 3 years photos? In S3 you're saying, but all of a sudden if your friend see these 3 years photos, so will you put it in S3? If you're putting in S3, if your friend asks, give me the username password of AWS. So what do you need to do? Okay, now fourth year is done. What will happen in fifth year? Got married. Now what will you do with 4 years? Sir, 4 years photos, where should I store? Huh? You pura So what do? You dig a big hole in the earth and put all the photos and bury it off, right? So no, what the thing is here is all these 4 years photos I need to, okay, now you tell me in your laptop also, Whatever the data that you are not using it, what will you do? What will you do? Generally, you have so many photos and you are not using regularly. What do you do with that? Save करके हटा देते. So that means, can we say archive? Can we say archive it? Archive is nothing but backup. We call it as archive. Archive is not, what is your zip file? Archive. So whatever the data that not using it, archive it. No. So here also, if you are regularly using the data, put it in S3. If you are regularly using the data, put it in S3. If you are not regularly using the data, why do you put it in S3 and pay more money if you're not using it? Then for that, there is a separate service from AWS, and that is called Glacier. What is that? So Glacier is a service which is used for archive purpose. What purpose, Nana? Archive purpose. So this is cheaper than S3. Cheaper than S3. Now you tell me, if you're not using the photos for longer period of time, if you're not using the photos for longer period of time, would you keep it in S3 and pay more money to AWS? No. What do we do? Move it to Glacier. So whenever in certification question or in an interview question, if they ask, hey, I am not using so much of data in S3. Should I keep it in S3 or can you do something there? What do you do? Move it to Glacier. So Glacier is archive. What is that? Archive. I'm just giving one hint. In Glacier, you can move your zip file to Glacier. You can move zip file to Glaciers. In your laptop, how much is that zip file size? Tell me randomly. The zip file size, how much it will be? In MBs or 1 GB, 2 GB, 3 GB, 5 GB, 10 GB. Nice. In Glacier, one zip file can be up to 40 terabyte. How much? 40 terabyte. One zip file. One zip file can be up to how much? 40 terabyte. Like this, you can have unlimited number of zip files. So now YouTube can go also there. Yes. Instagram Reels can be go there. Yes. So AWS has a lots of data. And okay, Nana, in S3, what do you create? In S3, what do you create? Buckets. What do you create? Buckets. And what does a bucket contain? Objects. And in Glacier, you create, instead of buckets, you should call it as vault. What's that? Vault. What is that? Vault. What does a vault contain? Archives. What does the vault contain? Archives. So can I say vault is nothing but container of archives? Container of archives. So you use a concept called vault. So one archive can be up to how much size? 40 terabyte. Can you have unlimited number of archives like this? Yes, you can have. Okay. Nana, clear? Online, is it CCT clear, Nana? Okay, so now I'm giving you one more real-time scenario. Based on, now you're getting it. Why I'm giving scenarios? Because in real-time scenarios, requirements will come. Requirements in nothing but scenarios only. Based on the scenarios, you need to select which service you need to select, you need to find it out. Okay, now I'm giving one more scenario now here. Nana, you know what is on-premises? What is on-premises? Data centers which are handled by us. So that is called on-premises. Then in data center, in your own data center, what do you have? You have servers. You know, data centers, you have what? Servers are there. And you know, data center servers are there, your laptops are there, your workstations, everything, desktops, everything will be there in your on-premises. Now, this is my on-premises. This is my on-premises. On-prem. On-premises. In on-premises, I have so many servers, so many servers, servers, so desktops, so many things are there. Okay, now tell me, in your on-premises, you will have storage also. No, you will have a storage also. And what you do, all these your employees here, they will put the data in the storage. Yes or no? In on-premises, they'll put the data in the storage. Now assume this storage is only having 1 terabyte. How much? Is that sufficient? Increase to 5 terabytes. Sufficient? Increase to 10 terabytes. Sufficient? Projects are increasing. Increase to 50 terabytes. Sufficient? Not sufficient. No, because projects are increasing, data is increasing. You have the problem with the storage in your on-premises. Yes or no? So every time, because data center issues, every time there is a problem, no space, no space, no space, storage issue, storage issue, storage issue. Every time storage issue. When new project come, our admin will say no storage, no space. So here, how much of time you will keep on increasing the storage? It will be very costly or not? Yes or no? Instead of that, listen this line and say me the answer. Instead of this, how would you feel? How would you feel? What is the problem now? No space in my on-premises. Storage issue is there. How do you feel if I get AWS storage services can be used in your on-premises? How would it be? How would it be? Express. Super, good, wow, tell me. Super, no? In your AWS, what are the storage services that you have? Did we learn about S3? Did we learn about EBS volumes? Did we learn about Glacier? Did we learn about FSX? So all these things are there, no? All these things can you use in your on-premises? It will be superb, no? If your S3 is limited or unlimited, just imagine you are using S3 in your on-premises as unlimited storage. Do you need on-premises storage now? You're using AWS S3 storage. It will be superb, no? Yes, that meaning how you are using AWS storage in your on-premises. How? Using a service called storage gateway. What is it? So it's a gateway to the storage. So here we have AWS. In AWS, what are the services we have? Storage services. S3, EBS is there. Glacier is there. FSX is there. So all these things can be used in your on-premises. Whichever you want, you can use this in on-premises. And in on-premises, all your servers, desktops can put the data directly in S3. Clear enough? Okay, see here, I'm giving one certification question here. Your on-premises storage is public storage, private storage. In on-premises, the storage is public or private? Private storage. AWS storages are public or private? Public. What is the combination of public storage and private storage? And this is hybrid storage. What is this? Hybrid storage. Which is a service in AWS? Is hybrid storage. Which one? Which one? Bolo. Louder. What is the service name I have written there? Storage gateway. Which is a service? Storage gateway. Understood? This is how they'll ask in the certification. So which they'll give one scenario. Are Babu, the scenario I have given, no. In on-premises, I have my storage issues. I get frustrating. Then how do I use the storage from AWS? So you can use storage gateway, and then you can mount S3 in your on-premises directly as a mount point. Okay. And is this clear till here, everyone? Let's go slowly, smooth as butter. SAB, smooth as butter. Okay. Done? Done? Okay. So let's move on to the next. Nana, see how many services that you are now getting overview. Yes or no? It will be useful or not? Yes, this is super, super useful. No one will give you. So it's basically these few days, I can directly jump to the services. But why I'm spending this much effort? Because I wanted to give you more and more knowledge, right? So that if you know the overview, then your mind will get triggered and you will basically learn more. Okay, now let's go with next important thing, which is called database services. What is that, Nana? Database services. Any database admins here? See, Lakshmana. Lakshmana, excited. Okay, Lakshmana, I don't tell, other people will follow you. I'm telling you. Okay, so guys, okay, how many, okay, in our online, anyone database admins or anyone who handles the databases? No one? Azam, Sunil, these people are there. So those who are DBS or those who are handling databases, they will relate a lot. Okay. Assume this is my on-premises database server. What is the server? This is on-premises. This is a physical machine. What machine is this? A physical server. In on-premise, I have the physical server and I have installed one database called SQL Server. Have you heard about SQL Server? And it has 8 GB RAM. Now tell me, see here, very important. Tell me, if you are, assume you are a DB, you are a DBA, you are a database administrator. What are the common issues that you get for the database servers? What are the very common issues that you get? Correct? Let's try to resolve. You tell me, is it easy to set up high availability in your on-premises? No elasticity. What are the issues you get? Can you do scalability? Scalability issues you get. What issues you get? Performance issues you get. Have you heard about DB crash? You get backup issues, restoration issues, storage issues, upgrade issues, replication issues, mirroring issues, migration issues. Tell me so many issues. What else? Patching issues, login issues, security issues, failover issues, network issues, cost issue, maintenance issue, data issues. If you give me some time, I'll completely fill this this paint, right? Finally, you will get the headache issue. Finally, you'll get health issues. So, guys, because I'm all-rounder. I was also a DBA, not DBA especially. I was also handling the databases in on-premises. So, DBS, who said Sunil and someone, agree or not? Do we get these many issues or you will get even more than this? You get even more than this. So for that reason, all these issues will be handled by whom? Database administrator. Tell me, what is his frustration peak levels? It will be in the peak levels. Any issues, Sunil is saying, any issues will be redirected to the DBA. Anything, if somewhere up to a developer got some pain, go and hit DBA. Right? Anywhere, developer also, admin, whoever it is, the only first person we can see is DBA. Very poor guy. He'll be like this. Hey, database is slow. Yes, sir, I'll check. So he has these kind of issues. He's very frustrated. Definitely he need to have a big hug because every day he'll cry. Every day he'll cry. Because I also know the problem with this DBS. So many issues. So now handling the databases is easy. But good news for you. You no need to worry about all these things now. All these things is now completely managed by a service called RDS. What is that? Relational Database Services. What is it, Nana? Relational Database Services. So RDS is a database service from AWS. RDS is a database service. Whatever the issues that you have, all these things, now it's completely managed by AWS. Do you need to worry? Now you tell me you are a manager. Assume you are a manager. You want to hire. Do you hire a separate DBA now? Where does this DBA will go now? That is the reason. If you are a DBA, please move out from that profile immediately. Because in AWS, no one will hire separately DBS because it's completely managed by now AWS. And it is you that we need to go and set up the databases servers, and I'll teach you how to set up all those things in our course. It will be very not easy, but I'll make it very easy for you. Okay, Nana? So what is the service? RDS. So if someone asks what is RDS, what do you say? RDS is a service where we can set up, configure, maintain what? Databases. Have you heard about RDBMS? Relational Database Management System. So this RDS supports that RDBMS. Okay. So I'm writing here, RDS is a service where you can set up, configure, and maintain RDBMS databases. I think you cannot see that properly, green color, put it in different color. Okay. No, RDS is not a database. Don't call RDS is a database. RDS is a database service. RDS is a database service. Don't call it as a database. RDS is a database service, not a database. Nana, EC2, what do we call EC2? What do we call server? Instance. What instance? Here we call it as DB instance. What we call? What DB instance? RDS DB instance. What DB instance? RDS DB instance. So we call it as RDS DB instance. RDS DB instance. RDS supports only RDBMS databases. I'll come to that point, Drupal. So, Nana, why we call RDS is a database service, not a database? Because RDS supports 6 engines. How many engines? Very important certification question. RDS supports how many engines? 6 engines. How many engines? 6 engines. And I'm writing those 6 engines if I remember well. So RDS support 6 engines. Number 1, we called as MySQL, Oracle, MS SQL, Postgres, MariaDB, and Aurora 136. Okay. What are those? In shortcut, you can say that MOM PMA. What is that? If you want to remember, MOM PMA. So see here, I'll inject in your brains. If you write in your book, it will not inject. I'll say it will inject. See here, what are those? MOM PMA. What is that? See me. MySQL. Say that. MySQL, Oracle, Oracle. Okay. Okay. Again. MySQL, Oracle, MS SQL, Postgres, MariaDB, Aurora. Not Agora. Aurora. What is that? Aurora. So these are the 6 engines that RDS will support. So if you don't remember this, in shortcut, remember as MOM PMA. MOM PMA, M represents MySQL. By seeing MOM PMA, you can easily find out MySQL, Oracle, MS SQL, Postgres, MariaDB, Aurora. Now, all these are all what? RDBMS databases. What are all these? All these are all RDBMS databases. RDBMS databases. And guys, Aurora is, whose baby is this? His AWS proprietary engine is Aurora. Which one, Nana? If I ask you, okay, MS SQL is from which company? Microsoft. Oracle is from which company? Oracle. Right? MySQL, Postgres, these are open source. MariaDB is community based. And who is the owner of Aurora? AWS. Like how we have MS SQL from Microsoft. So from AWS has its own database engine. What is that engine called? That is a certification question, right? So which is the AWS proprietary database engine? Aurora. Not Aurora, Aurora. Which one? Aurora. So now, is it clear, Nana? And one more important thing. This is like a platform as a service. That meaning, listen this carefully. What you need to go and create is RDS DB instance you need to create. What we need to create? DB instance. Nana, in EC2 instance, you launch an EC2 instance. Can you log into the EC2 instance? EC2 instance. Can you log into the EC2 instance? Can you go inside the EC2 instance and do whatever you want? You can do it. But here in DB instance, you can create a DB instance. You can only connect to the DB instance. Can you do SSH RDB to the DB instance? No. Because DB instance is completely managed by whom? AWS only. You're getting this point. I'm repeating it. Like EC2 instance, when you launch EC2 instance, you can log into the EC2 instance, you can install applications, you can deploy, you can do whatever you want. Everything you can calify there. But DB instance, when you set up a DB instance, can you do RDP, SSH? Can you log into the DB instance? No. What you can do, you can only connect to the DB instance. Do you need to worry about the operate platform of the DB instance? No. Who will take care of it? AWS will take care of it. Do you need to worry about the platform, operating system, everything of the DB instance? No. So DB instance, you create it, that's it, and you connect it. And everything backend is managed by AWS. Can we say it is like a platform as a service? But we'll take, guys, this is just a trailers, okay? We have separate details sessions coming up, okay? So this is RDS DB instance. What is it now? RDS DB instance. So here you have select engine, let's say MySQL engine you have selected. And the backend is completely managed by whom, Nana? The entire thing handled by AWS. What the client will do? Client will just connect to this engine. That's it. What he'll do? Just only connect. Can you log into the DB instance? You cannot do RDP SSH to the DB instance. You can only connect. Okay. Is it clear? Okay, now I'm giving you just one service name which might be useful for you later, not in our course. So here, let's say database guys, database people, let's say, for example, they have a database Postgres. If they want to convert this Postgres to MySQL, or In on-premises, you have MySQL. You want to move to AWS. What is this called? Migration. What is this called? What do you have database now? So if you want to migrate the database from your on-premises to AWS, can you migrate it? Yes, migrate it. There is a separate service which you can use for this. That is called DMS. What is that? Database Migration Service. Database Migration Service. It is used for migration purpose. Which is a service used for database migration? DMS. Okay, now. Nana, this RDS supports what type of databases? RDBMS databases. What is that? RDBMS. Nowadays, everyone knows this. NoSQL. What is that? Have you heard about that? At least name? NoSQL. Which one? NoSQL. So what are the databases that you know? NoSQL databases in market? MongoDB, Cassandra, right? So Neo4j. There mostly commonly is MongoDB, Cassandra, all these things, right? So here in market we have NoSQL. Many people are using, but AWS also need to introduce NoSQL, no? Because AWS is a big umbrella. Everything will be there. Which is the NoSQL database service in AWS? If someone asks you, that is called DynamoDB. Which one, Nana? DynamoDB. So this is a NoSQL database service. And this is mostly used by the developers. This is mostly used by the developers. Nana, RDBMS is relational databases. Yes or no? Yes or no? What is RDBMS? Relational database. This NoSQL is non-relational databases. What is that? What is the difference between these two? Not now, not required. That is related to developer, not for us. But I'm just putting that here. It is not relational. Non-relational. Okay. Chiti, what is database? Very basic question. What is database? What did we, starting this we have learned. What is database? Database is used to store this is what we have learned or not? Yes or no? Database meaning it is used to store the data. Did I teach you? Did I told you that database is used to store huge data? Did I told you this? I told it is used to store the data. Did I told to store the huge data? No. When you're storing the huge data, that is not called database. That is called data warehouse. What is that called? It is used to store the huge data. So if you want to store that huge data in AWS, we have a data warehouse service and we call it as Redshift. What is that? Redshift. Any certification and interview question, if anyone asks, if you get data warehouse, what is the service you should use? Redshift. Data warehouse word, if you see it, and what is the service that you should get? Redshift. What is that, Nana? Redshift. Is it clear till here? Last thing I have it, and I will leave after that. One last thing. So, no puchu. Hold on. Last thing. Okay. See here. Okay. Let me have some fun so that you'll understand better. Huh? Let me take one name. Madhu. So we have Madhu here. Guys, everyone have this habit. When no one is at home or when you're alone, when you're bored, what do? You open your laptop and what do? You go to Flipkart or Amazon. What we do is we have this habit going searching our favorite things. Yes or no? What is your favorite thing that you always search in Flipkart or Amazon? Shoes, mobiles. Okay. We have this habit, no? Whether we purchase or don't purchase later. What we do, we open Amazon, mobile, iPhone 15 Pro Max, how much? 1,50,000 or 60,000. So we are a habit of having just going through it. What is Vivo, Realme, Oppo? So all this thing we have a habit. Okay, now assume, window shopping. So assume this Madhu, what he did was he opened Amazon.com or .in, and then he searched for mobiles. What he searched for, Nana? As you are a technical guy, tell me, when he search for mobiles, to whom it will reach first? It will go to the application server or not? It will go to the application server. It will go to the application. What will there in the backend? Database server. What server? You have a database server. And database server will have a hard disk or not to store all the data. Listen this carefully. Anyways, 3 days you are not available, na? If I take 5 more minutes, no problem, right? So here, this is the database server. This is the database server. Nana, when Madhu asked mobiles, the request will go to whom? Application server. And from application server, the request will go to whom? Database server. It will go to the database server. And database server, where the data is stored? In the hard disk. Hard disk is like it contains huge data or not? It will contain the huge data. And then what the hard disk will do, it will check all the data in his hard disk. And then what it does is it will give back the data to database server, and database server will give back data to application server. And finally, the data will go to Madhu, customer. Normal scenario. But listen this carefully. Second time also he's searching for mobiles. Third time also mobiles. Fourth time also mobiles. 10th time also he's searching for the same thing again and again. Yes or no? You tell me, if application server has a face, how do he put the face? Just searching for the same thing again and again. He'll put like this. Agree or not? But I come to you and ask same thing again and again. Hey, suppose Madhu is wearing watch, for example. How much is that watch? Let's say 5,000. For example. Madhu, how much is that watch? He'll say 5,000. 5,000. Not 5,000. So now again I'll ask Madhu, how much is the watch? 5,000. Madhu, watch. 5,000 Ray. Madhu, watch. 5,000 by Madhu, watch. 5,000. So when I started asking 20 times, he'll get frustrated or not? So application server will do the frustration. That is application server. Just imagine database server. Who is doing more work here? Database server only, because he need to fetch the data from the hard disk. No. So now you assume what will the face of database server now? All his hairs are going up. So he'll get frustrated a lot. Because he's asking the same data again and again. Yes or no? He's asking the same data again and again. What is this data called? Frequently accessed data. What do we say? Frequently accessed. So his same data he's asking again and again and again and again and again. So now you tell me, instead of an application server will take it, go to database, array by he's asking the same phone mobiles, and he'll go to the hard disk. Hard disk will say, array, he's asking the same data again. Hard disk will go and search, get that same data again. It is the same process 10 times he's doing. Is that good? What will happen to your application? Right? So at that time, what we need to do is, now, very important. Can I store this, whatever the data is asking frequently, can I store it in the cache? Can I store in the cache memory? Can I store in the cache? Yes, I can cache memory. I can store it in the cache. What are the data that I'm storing in the cache? Frequently accessed data. Which one? Frequently accessed data. I'm storing it here. Now you tell me. I stored all frequently accessed data. What Madhu is accessing. Now, Nana, you tell me now. Now, 11th time he's asking the mobiles. You tell me, application will go to database server, application will go to cache memory. Application server will go to the cache memory because same data is stored here, no? And then cache memory will send the data back to the application server. Database is now loaded, stressed out? No. Frequently accessed data, I put it in the cache. So in order to put the data in cache memory, we need to have a database also, no? There. Yes. So here, AWS is providing here 2 engines to store the data. How many engines it is providing? 2 engines. One is called Redis and another one we call it as memcached. Say that, Nana. Redis, memcached. Say that one more time. These are the 2 engines. So, and there is a service in AWS called Elastic Cache. What is it, Nana? Elastic Cache is a service from AWS. RDS, how many engines it is supporting? 6 engines. Similarly, Elastic Cache is supporting how many engines? 2 engines. What are those 2 engines? Redis, memcached. So if someone asks you what is Elastic Cache, can we say it is in-memory database caching service? In-memory database caching. Say this, Nana. This is the definition of Elastic Cache. What is Elastic Cache? All the data is stored cache in memory. If you're using Elastic Cache, you will have a high latency, low latency. High latency, low latency. Obviously, it will be faster. No, you'll get high performance or low performance. High performance. So instead of accessing frequently data again and again, you can use this Elastic Cache in between. So what do you have? You have application, you have backend RDS database. In between, who will be there? Elastic Cache will be there. Understood? Very good, Nana. Clear? Enough for today. So see here. See this diagram and tell me what are the services that we have learned here. Identify the services. For what is the first service we have learned? EFS. Next service. Snow family. Next. Glacier. Next. Here itself we got 4. Okay. Next. Here, which services? What is it? Which service? RDS. Ganana, if I want to create a database, what is the service? RDS. RDS. Next. DMS. Next. DynamoDB. Which one? DynamoDB. And then Redshift. Okay. And then what is the last service here we have? Elastic Cache. See me and then answer it. Guys, 2 more minutes here. See me and answer it. See, I want to have a shared storage. Which service is that? Elastic File System. Answer online. I want to have a shared storage. Which one? EFS. Elastic File System. EFS is completely managed by AWS. EFS is for which operating systems? Linux or EFS works on which protocol? NFS version 4 protocol. For Windows? FSX. For Windows, FSX. EFS is what based storage? File-based storage. EFS is limited or unlimited? Unlimited. EFS can be mounted to multiple EC2 instances at the same time across availability zones. EFS can be replicated to another region also. Possible. So I have a huge data. I want to send it to S3, but I cannot do it online. How can you do it? Using Snow family. How many devices are there? What are those? Snow Cone, Snow Edge, Snow Mobile. Snow Cone, how many terabytes? Snow Edge, Snow Mobile. Can we say this is a physical transfer? Where the data is storing? S3. Where the data is getting stored? S3. In on-premises, I have storage issues. and I want to use AWS storages in my on-premises. Which is the service to use for that? Storage gateway, which is a hybrid storage. Storage gateway. Super. And I want to create a databases. Which service do you suggest? What is the full form of RDS? Relational database services. So in RDS, so here we call it as EC2 instance. Here we call it as RDS DB instance. RDS is a database or database service. Database service. How many instances does it support? 6 instances. What are those? MySQL, Oracle, MS SQL, Postgres, MariaDB, Aurora. Who is AWS proprietary database engine? Aurora. So the platform of the entire database is managed by AWS. Is it possible to RDP SSH log into the database server? No. What we can do, we can only connect. We can only connect. And I have on-premises so many database. I want to migrate it. Which is the service to use for migration? Database migration. Database migration service, DMS. Which is the NoSQL database service in AWS? DynamoDB. Which one? DynamoDB. I want to set up data warehouses, huge data, big data related things. Redshift. Which one? Redshift. And my application is frequently accessing data, but I don't want to send to RDS every time. I want to cache somewhere. So which service do you choose? Elastic Cache. What is Elastic Cache? In-memory database caching service. What is that? In-memory database caching service. How many engines does it support? 2 engines. What are those? Khatam. Okay. You feel it is loaded, but it's not. It's injected. See, I can see all in your brains. Right? Very good. Okay, Nana. Take the screenshot if required. Okay. Done. You're taking photos or selfies? Okay. Done na? Okay. So next. At least at this time, I feel like I'm a celebrity. So many photos are taking. Done? DB instances, RDS law. And done na? And the last. My Picasso diagram. Okay. Good. Superb. Oh. Sir, EBS, in EBS, if data is stored in instance 1 volume and read happen instance to volume, how the data is retrieved? Prithviraj, if you want to share the storage to share, if you want to use shared storage, don't use the concept of volumes here. If you put the data in volumes, will it be shared? If you put the data in volume, it will not be shared. It will not be shared. You need to put it in EFS, then only it will be shared. Okay. Good. So I took 10 minutes extra. Sorry for that. So that's fine because you will not be seeing me for next 3 days. So guys, our next class will be on Wednesday. That is on 25th. So please complete all your stuff, holidays, and come back with more energy. And then we'll be hitting so many services again. And then we'll be doing a lot of practicals also. And as you have 3 days, what you can do is whatever you have learned till now from day 1 to till here, just you don't need to do revision. Everything is in your brains, I know. But when you remember me, Array, yes, sir. Then open your phones. You have your snapshots, right? That meaning screenshots. Just go through it just like that. Just 10 minutes, that should be fine. So that you are on the topics. Don't completely leave the topics. Huh? Can you give me the final CC for today, please? CC with smile. And happy Dasara. Stay safe. And then I know you might be traveling also. So be careful. Enjoy the festival. Right. And good. So that is all for today. And I'll see you on next Wednesday with the next wonderful, beautiful topic. Until then, take care. Bye-bye. Have a nice day and see you on Wednesday, guys. Take care and happy Dasra again. Thank you. So any questions? You understood, no? I took the revision also for you today. So I don't want to take another revision. Any questions if you have, I'm happy to answer. You understood today's topic? Easy, no? Making easy? See, happy faces. Very good. So if you should be very happy, like, so every day you're getting lot of technical topics, right? So, but the only thing what I can say is be patient. Don't eat everything in one shot. Aram se, no? I'm there not to make you put it in your mouth slowly. Take a baby like baby. Eat it slowly. I'll do the spoon feeding for you. Okay. But sabar karo, right? So don't put entire big piece in your mouth. No. One by one, slowly we'll do. Okay, na? So that is all, Nana. So let's connect on Wednesday with the next topic. Take care and happy travel and happy weekend. And not we, yes, happy weekend also. And that too, happy Dasra. Thank you. See you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.
అది కూడా సార్ మళ్ళీ 80 marks ఏదైతే టెస్ట్ లో అయిపోతుంది